Now, this follows warnings by J.D. Vance several days ago as the US-backed ISIS Al-Qaeda regime change operation succeeded in removing Bashar al-Assad. Vance reminded people not to cheer for these people because these were the people that cut people's heads off beforehand. The Catholic Archbishop of Aleppo, which of course is home to first-century Christians, Catholics, said that we are finished. And he warned that in a report that was published today. Now, this follows warnings by J.D. Vance several days ago as the US-backed ISIS Al-Qaeda regime change operation succeeded in removing Bashar al-Assad. Vance reminded people not to cheer for these people because these were the people that cut people's heads off beforehand. And he expressed serious concern for the welfare of the Christian community, the historic Christian community in Syria, some of the earliest Christians on earth, of course. And so it has come to pass that the interim government, as we are compelled to call them, which is basically led by a man who joined Al-Qaeda in 2003 and formed ISIS in Syria, a man who calls himself Gilani, has banned the celebration of Christmas and warned Christians not to display anything reminiscent of Christian decorations or of St. Nicholas. There have been execution videos circulating yesterday, and at least one of them does picture an executed Syrian Christian. So the worst appears to have come to pass, and several Christian foundations from the region are warning that Christians are in mortal danger of being murdered, as well as being persecuted.
Frank, I just want some clarification here. So you're telling us that under Assad before, while it seems so many, and it's particularly the Biden administration is cheering, Assad is gone, the Catholics were okay, not persecuted?
Yes. In 2018, Donald Trump decided not to regime change Assad because one of his State Department advisors said at the time it makes no sense to remove the only leader in the Middle East who has consistently protected Christians and Catholics and arm Al-Qaeda and ISIS in there to replace him. And that was a man from the State Department under Trump. Sean Spicer made a similar statement in the same week in 2018. So this was the policy, and it was carried on in 2021 by the Biden administration, saying the regime change was off the table for the same reason that it would seem to be shocking for the US to back, who's effectively Al-Qaeda and ISIS, to destroy the only leadership in the Middle East that has consistently and steadfastly protected its historic Christian population. You may remember that in May, J.D. Vance gave a speech asking why the US cannot stop genociding Christians, noting that the Iraq War alone killed 1 million historic Christians.
They went in and did this now knowing that, and now, as was already predicted, the Christians are being massacred. They've been told no more Christmas, and the Archbishop is saying we're done.
Many of the enemies of Bashar used this as a complaint against him, that he was too soft on Christianity, and he gave the Christians too many privileges. This was leveled against him. They didn't have extraordinary privileges. Well, they would be considered extraordinary privileges in Islam, yes, but they were protected by him. They were protected by him, and the church in Syria enjoyed a great amount of peace and tranquility thanks to Bashar. Without him, I'm afraid that the Archbishop of Damascus, or is it Aleppo, is going to be right. I think he's going to be right. I think we're looking for real trouble there, a real bloodbath, because it's celebrating the lack of Bashar there. It's the part of the celebration would be the extermination of Christianity.
Hi everyone, this is John Henry Weston for LifeSite News. We hope you found this video insightful. For more content like this, be sure to check out the links in the description below. You can also follow us on social media to stay updated on the latest news concerning life, faith, family, and freedom. Thanks for watching, and may God bless you.